open this one. Yeah, so this is where we are. Sudama Vipra. So yeah, Suda Goswami, he was made. He was made as the in charge of the Puranas. So in this way, what we were hearing was, when there is Saumyatvam and Snigdhatvam, simplicity, and submissiveness to the spiritual authority, then the transcendental message is passed on without any alteration. So the subject matter and the potency is kept intact. So that kind of justice needs to be done for the transcendental subject matters. So that's why Balarama killed Romharshana and made Suta Goswami as the speaker of the Puranas. So that's one thing. And after that, yeah. So all these Brahmanas are saying, now that this is Brahmahatya, I mean, you are the Supreme Lord, of course, you could do anything. But, this is kind of Brahmahatya. Brahmahatya is not so good. And we want, if you want to please set as an example, do you think you can do some atonement for the Brahmahatya? And can you please help us to carry our yajnas also? Balram says, yes, okay. The atonement is to go on the pilgrimage. And before that, killing this demon, Balavala. So Balavala is a pus demon, different kinds of demons. Huh? So pus demon is, before he appeared, just the whole place became very smelly. It means the pus demon is coming home. And very soon, this pus demon manifests there, and Balarama kills the pus demon, Balavala. He was called so because he was pouring down pus on the yajna. That's why he was the pus demon. So he was killed by Balarama, and Balarama continues with the pilgrimage. And in the pilgrimage, it was the Kurukshetra war was happening on one side. So actually, during this pilgrimage, Balarama goes to Sri Shailam, Sri Rangam, and Kanyakumari up until south and comes back again. So he goes to Bhima and Duryodhana. Kurukshetra war is happening, and he says, why do you want to continue this? Bhima and Duryodhana, you are really equal. One of you is so strong, the other one has great techniques. So both of you are equally powerful. Why do you want to continue the fight? So he tries to bring in peace, but both of them are determined to kill the other one. Then Balarama just goes away from there. He goes to Naimisharanya sages and blesses them. And so that's about the killing at every step of these Kshatriyas. Now something very mild, something devotional, Sudama Vipra. Glad a devotee entered into the scene now. Very gentle, mild devotee. Sudama Vipra. So this Sudama Brahmana, he has these qualities. Oh yeah, even before that, Parikshit Maharaj is saying, wonderful, wonderful. Can you please continue saying what has happened? And that's when Parikshit Maharaj, when he, this beautiful prayer, Parikshit Maharaj. Savagyaya tasya gunan grinete karau cha tat karma karau manascha smaret vasantam stirajangameshu shrunoti tat punya kada sakarnaha. Appa. These prayers are so wonderful if we hear this one time. Parikshit Maharaj is saying, what use is there of this body? Yeah, the ears should continue to hear Krishna Katha. The manas mind should continue to have smaran of the Lord. And the words should be just the glorification of the Lord. So would you please continue to glorify Parikshit Maharaj? So he asks that, and then Sukadeva Goswami, he continues to narrate. Now he comes to the story of Sudama Vipra. And How is his character? Sudama Vipra. Vipra is Brahmana. Krishnasya sakha kasche brahmano brahmavittamaha virakta indriyarteshu prashantatma jitendriyaha yadrichayopapannena vartamano grihashrami tasya bharya kuchailasya shutshama cha tadhavidha. This is a description of Sudama Vipra, the Brahmana. Sudama is Krishna's Yasit Sakha. He is the Sakha of Krishna. Brahmano Brahmavittama. This Brahmana has very nice knowledge of Brahman, the Brahma Jnana. He's Virakta Indriyarteshu. He's not very interested in sense gratification. Prashantatma. He's always peaceful. Jitendriya. He has conquered the senses. So these are the description of Sudama Vipra. So he was very poor, so poor, but he was not very much disturbed by his poverty. His wife was really disturbed. Itna long, such long period of poverty, huh? For how long are we going to beg like this? Can you please go to Dwarakadisha? Yeah? Oh, dear husband. Sudama Vipra, dear husband. We are in this poverty, and Dwarakadisha Krishna is your close friend. So can you please go ask him for a little something? So we can just go on with our grastashram. So she asks him again and again and again and again, we know, right? To a point like Sudama could not help anymore, but had to go to see Krishna. He was very happy to see Krishna. For that, he was excited. But he really didn't want to ask for any money from Krishna. So he goes to Dwaraka. He feels very happy. He's very excited to see Krishna. So he heads to Dwaraka. He comes to Dwaraka. He walks the long way. And before he comes to Dwaraka, he had to have something to give to the king. So when we go to see a baby, or when we go have darshan of the Lord, or go to Gurudev, like that, we don't go empty-handed, but we give them something like that. So Sudama, he wanted to give something to Krishna, but there was nothing in their house. So he had to beg, and some chipped rice from their neighbors. So just a few morsels of the chipped rice his wife packed for him. And that bag that was the chipped rice bag, a cloth bag with chipped rice in it, he put, Sudama Vipra put that under his shoulder during his travel, in his armpit, actually, it was said. Actually, on the shoulder. Later on, it goes into armpit, actually. On the shoulder. And then, so he brought the chipped rice. And as he enters into Dwaraka and he sees Krishna coming, he feels so embarrassed to even carry the chipped rice. Slowly, he puts in his armpit, so he hides it there. Because Dwarakadisha, there's so much opulence there. He's going to meet the queen, the king. Yes, his closest friend, but what is he trying to offer? He feels so embarrassed. So he hides the chipped rice there in the armpit. Nevertheless, Lord Krishna comes running to him, hearing that his friend is coming. Lord comes running towards him. He hugs him, embraces him, and then brings him into the palace and gives his own seat, his own bedstead. He gives him the seat there, and he sits down. Krishna sits down, and Rukmini Devi sits beside Lord Krishna. In this way, Kuchailam Malinam Kshamam Dvijam Dhamani Santatam Devi Paryachara Sakshat Chamara Vyajanena Vai. Sakshat Devi, Rukmini Devi. Sakshat Rukmini Devi, Lakshmi Devi, she is assisting the Lord in worshipping this Brahmana, this poor Brahmana, in doing this Padabhishekam. So everybody in the palace, they were looking at this scene. They were like, what is this happening? He's Dwarakadisha, and he has tears in his eyes, washing the feet of this poor Brahmana. And look at Rukmini Devi herself, she sat down. Yeah, and this poor Brahmana sat up there. Who is this poor Brahmana? Who is this Brahmana? Is he so special? So everybody was thinking like that. So in this way, the Lord worshipped the Brahmana and did the foot bathing, Padabhishekam, and then sat besides him. Sat besides, did the Padabhishekam and started talking to him. He said, Sudama, do you remember when we were small, when we went to Gurukula, both of us were small and we shaved our heads and we went to the forest. We wanted to bring wood for our Gurudev, our Guru Sandipani Muni. Yeah, but the night was so stormy and so rainy, we could not return back, and we got stuck and we just took shelter under this tree for the whole night. We got soaked wet, and early in the morning, our Guru Sandipan Muni came and he looked at us. He was very pleased and he blessed us. Yeah, you remember that, Sudama? Remember that we did that? And Sudama was very happy that Dwarakadasa Krishna is not just treating him well, but is actually worshipping. He had tears in his eyes too. So now the worship is done. The scene is coming to an end. And the next thing, Sudama Vipra, he's not saying a thing. And Krishna, Suhridam Sarvabhutanam, Hriddeshe Tishtati Arjuna, the Lord in the heart knows everything. Why Sudama came there? But he's not saying a thing. But to give Sudama something, he has to take a little something from Sudama so he can give return in abundance. So Krishna says, oh, Sudama, my friend, I know that you brought something from your home, right? I'm really eager to taste it. Where is it? Where is it? And Sudama is hiding that in the armpit. And Krishna, he snatches away that cloth bag of cheap rice. And again, dear devotees, it was in the armpit. But for the Lord, he took that, he grabbed the cheap rice and he took a morsel of that and places in mouth and he goes, this is so yummy. Really? Everybody's looking around there. What is this Dwarakadisha doing? Cheap rice from the armpit, and he goes, yummy. And he was going to do it second time, take the second morsel. Rukmini Devi is right there. No. You cannot do this again. Swami, please. No more. You have already reciprocated with him, with your love. And just by your acceptance of his cheap price, you have given him in abundance for this life and the life to come. So like that, Rukmini Devi could not see the Lord having that sweat-filled cheap rice anymore, so she had to stop. So Sudama Vipra, he got this wonderful treatment, and then he doesn't say anything. Krishna doesn't say anything either. But what happens? Sudama, the next day, he heads back to his place. And on the way, Sudama Vipra, what was he thinking? He was very happy. When he was with Krishna in Dwaraka, in the palace, he felt like he was in Krishna Loka and he was very happy. He didn't even think of asking anything. He was just very happy being with the Lord. And yes, I want to say this, recite this one. Where is that? This is a beautiful Kova. Yeah, right. Sudama Vipra, he was thinking, How wonderful was that stay being with my friend Krishna. He's Bhagavan. Still, he welcomed me so nicely. And with his thoughts, he was thinking, Kwaham daridra papiyan, Kwa Krishna Sriniketana, Brahma Bandhur itismaham, Bahubhyam parirambitaha. Kwaham daridra papiyan. Who am I? I'm a daridra. I'm a papi. And who is he? The Lord. Kwa Krishna. Who is Krishna? He is Sriniketana, husband of the goddess of Lakshmi. Brahma Bandhur itismaham. Who am I? Not even Brahman, Brahma Bandhur. And how magnanimous is he? Bahubhyam parirambita. He embraced me. Who is Daridra, Papiyan. So he was thinking like that, Sudama Vipra. He was in this wonderful thoughts and he was heading back home. Dear devotees, this particular prayer of Sudama, this is very much relatable to the Harina. You know, Namnamaka Haribahudani Sarva Shaktis Tatra Harpitani Vitasmaranena Kala. Oh Lord, what mercy is this? You are here, right here, making yourself present here in the Nama. Yeah. Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kala. And you are not even imposing any rules and regulations upon me to be with you, to be in your association as Krishna Nama. Yeah. Durdaiva Midrishamiha Janina Anuraga. How unfortunate am I that I don't have attachment for you, Nama. And you are so. Who are you, Harinama? Who are you? And who am I? And what is this mercy to me? That you are here, right here in the Krishna Nama. And like that. Sudama Vipra's mood is like that. Kwaham Daridyan Papiyan. Kwa Krishna Sriniketana. Wonderful mood. Wonderful mood. Yeah. So like that, he was thinking and he comes back to his home, to his village, only to find beautiful palaces. Not just one palace. Krishna had Krishna sent Maya Danava. No, Maya Danava is for the demons. For the demigods, he's Vishwakarma. Yeah, Krishna sends Vishwakarma, and then there the palaces to Sudama, and also to the neighborhood palaces also, like that. So when Sudama comes back, he sees that all his poverty is gone. He lives in the palace with his wife, and it is said that he enjoys the Grihastha life, but never forgot Krishna and went back to Krishna Loka. And the mention here is, Lord Krishna, he does whatever is suitable for the devotees. If the opulence and the wealth is coming in the way of devotee to get closer to him, then he takes them away. See the prayers of the captive kings of Jarasandha. There, they were jailed to come out of the intoxication of material opulence. So that will help them, the kings, to come back to their senses. For Sudama Vipra, he had to give the opulence because he was not going to go for sense gratification anyway, but he has his wife also. So wherever it is needed, then the Lord gives us accordingly. He could give us the things or take away the things, but only to bring us closer to him and keep close to him. That's all, dear devotees. That's Sudama Vipra. So this is all for this week. And if we have to quickly pack, what did we hear today? Rajasuya, Indraprastha, right? There, the Uddhava's advice to Dwarakadisha. There we have heard about our relationship. If it is a formal emotional relationship with Gurudev, that's not wrong, but that's not so much dependable and can be changed at any time because it is based on the mind and the modes. So the dependable one is the spiritual, a relationship based on the tattva, seeing Gurudev as Krishna Kripashri Murti. And that relationship is eternal, and the emotions that are born of that relationship can be anchored. Those are transcendental emotions. And so this is an eternal anchor, the spiritual aspect of Gurudev. And then we have heard about how Lord has reciprocated, served Pandavas in so many ways. We think we are trying hard to be the servants of the Lord, but the Lord can't wait to be servant of his devotees in any way needed. That's what we have heard. And coming to Jarasandha, there the kings, right? The prayer of the captive kings, beautiful prayer to please do whatever you want to our Lord, but please see that we have attachment only to your lotus feet. That was the prayer. And those three things, the first one Lord said was the power and opulence can give intoxication and madness. Yeah. And the three things are pertaining to us is strictly maintaining the sadhana. Sadhana is nothing but being with Krishna through Krishna Katha, Krishna Nama, Krishna Seva. Trying to be with Krishna is sadhana, right? So being strict in sadhana while we do our very best in serving the Vaishnavas in our capacity with Savaimana Krishna Padara Vindayo, the mind thinking of Krishna that we have heard. That's about Jarasandha killing, and coming to Rajasuya Yajna, and Shishupala is killed. Shishupala is killed. There we have heard about the blasphemy, how the blasphemy contaminates the atmosphere consciousness. And that's why we don't want to be a part of it. Not think about it, not be a witness of it or hearing it. Don't want to contaminate our consciousness. There we also heard that blasphemy is generally with an ill intention. Yeah. So that's at Rajasuya Yajna. And after that killing of Shalva and Dantavakra and the other demons also. Yeah. The killing all has happened, and now Balarama. There, a killing of Romaharshana, killing Romaharshana. That's where we heard that the qualities of a speaker is Somyatva and Snigdhatva, simplicity and submission, and to do the justice and to worship the transcendental message and to pass on as such. Those qualities are needed in the speaker. And then next, coming to Sudama Vipra. Sudama Vipra. We have heard, right? Sudama went there. How wonderfully, beautifully Lord welcomed. And the take-out point was the prayer of Sudama. The qualities of Sudama were also wonderful. How he was satisfied with what he had. He really didn't have anything, but he was still satisfied. And his senses were controlled, right? It's nice to hear those qualities of Sudama Vipra. Yeah. Brahmano Brahma Vittamaha. Virakta Indriyartheshu. Virakti, not attached to the sense gratification. Prasantatma, always peaceful. Jitendriya. Jita Indriya conquered the senses. Those are the qualities of Sudama Vipra. And then the prayer, right? After, when he's coming back to his place. I am a papi. Kwaham daridra papiyan. Who am I? I am Daritra, I'm Papian. And Kwa Krishna Sriniketana, who is the Lord? And what is the mercy that he is giving? That for Harinama. That's all the devotees. Those are our take home points. Thank you all so very much.